All right, now that you've recorded your voice, you've added some music and perhaps even a sound effect, you're going to want to save it. And this is your toolbar, which is got some of the similar characteristics of Microsoft Word with the file and the edit. So let's just go into the file and talk a little bit about the saving. Saving project as. If I save this project as an Audacity project file, that means I'm going to keep this version as a rough copy. And I can go back and make changes to it. So when I do that, I'm going to press OK, and then I'm going to choose where I want to save it. So my documents, or for you, you'll want to save it in your documents. So you'll have to choose that file save as if you have not completed it, if it's a rough copy. And you're going to want to keep a rough copy anyways, in case you want to go back and do changes ever. When you're done and it's your good copy and you're ready to share it, then you would go File, Export. When you export it, and I'm just going to put mine as onto the desktop, it exports it as an MP3, or you can choose other versions, other options here, but I would recommend using it as an MP3 file. And I'm just going to call this Audacity Sample and save. And it's going to give you all of this information. You'll see that I had got my music from Free Play Music, and so the computer automatically fills all that information in. And I just press OK. I don't worry about changing any of that. And it says that our tracks are going to be mixed down. Yep, and that just means that it's kind of compressing all that information for us. And we'll say OK. When it's compressed, when it's done, and if I go on to my desktop, now I have an MP3 file, and I'm just going to open that file. And I'm going to open that with Windows Media Player. And now that's going on there, and just turning it down for me. And just like any other movie or MP3 file playing in Windows Media Player, you've got a little bit of video that they just insert into that. But that is just an audio file now. So just to click out of that. Okay, I had a bit of a lag there with my computer, but you'll see in the properties here that that is, well, it's automatically opening with iTunes, but you'll see that they call that an MP3 audio file, MPEG audio file. And the reason I save it as that is so that I could also bring it into Movie Maker if I ever wanted to, and I can play it with a lot of different software. So I could open it with iTunes, Windows Media Player Classic. Okay, so that's basically how you go in and save. So your two options again, save it as a project if it's a rough copy. When it's done, you're going to want to export that. And for you, when you export it, you're going to want to talk to your teacher about where do you export that to. Are you exporting it to a public drive where everybody can access it? Are you saving it just within your own documents? Or where exactly is that going? So you'll have to have that decision ahead of time, make that decision, and also how you want to name that file, if it's going to be your name and the name of the title of your recording as well. Okay, so good luck with Audacity. I hope everything works out great for you. If you do have any questions, make sure you contact the technology person in your school, and they can help you do some troubleshooting. Also, don't forget, there's lots of online tutorials and YouTube videos if you're doing this at home and you want to learn more about all of these other toolbars here that I didn't talk to you about. There's lots of really super neat things that you can do with Audacity, and that is just the basics. Good luck.